Okay. I've been wanting to try to talk about some of the things that have come onto Opera Vision. I mean, I did the one with the first recording back from COVID, but there's been other things I've been wanting to get to, and just get piling up. And I think this is going to be the way that I do this, where I just sit and I react and I edit it down for you guys, so it's not getting me in copyright trouble. Hopefully, and hopefully is somewhat entertaining or informative for you. First one, we're going to lead off with my favorite opera, La Traviata. This one from the National Theatre in Mannheim, Germany, the oldest stage in the country there. This video probably is going to be up after it leaves, so hopefully you saw it beforehand. Anyways, I guess we'll just get started now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Vision logo, European Union, YouTube, subscribe, bell. That's for editor me. All right. Anytime now. Oh, I was trying to figure out what this guy looks like. I was thinking of that one guy from Breaking Bad, but I can't think of his name. Also thinking bald John Malkovich. At least from the side. I don't know what he looks like from the front. That is a fascinating camera angle. Just get right in there on the violin. Malkovich, 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 Malkovich. If they're going to move like that, this angle's not really going to do much. Not really good angle. It only really works if they're staying put. If they're going to lean into it, you're not really going to get a whole lot out of that angle. Malkovich. I'm really worried for your arms, dude. Just throwing it just like this. Like, I get you're trying to get a lot from it, but my God. Make me hurt, just watch that. The guy back there. Sure, he's probably just some random stage character actor, but looks like Corey Graves from WWE. Well, of course he's pleasant. He's the son of the guy who wrote The Count of Monte Cristo. You know that story? I'm sure the regulars probably do know that. Regular opera goers probably do know that. La Traviata is based on Lady of the Camillas, which is written by the son of the guy who wrote The Count of Monte Cristo, Alexander Dumas. And everyone's just like, I was like, now what, face? What are you going to do? Who the hell are you? Who the hell is this guy? This stupid smile on his face. Watch where you're looking there, buddy. That was a very tepid clap. It's like, okay, we'll start. We'll start. Okay. Don't to anyone out there. Don't take a full year to make your move. Just ask. It's kind of the rule of good and bad and the ugly. If you're gonna shoot, don't talk. Just shoot. Oh, thank God the set stopped spinning around. Again, I like a good spinning set, but There's a time and place for it to spin. And then there's just times where it spins so much you get a little dizzy yourself. Oh, just trying to keep him in the friend zone. Okay, I know we're live, and I'm sure it sounds fine in the house. But whoever is running their stream really had the balance off. What the f? I feel like that just slapped me across the face. That was about as weird as there was one in Philly where like they were about to do a toast and there were these ladies that were on this staircase and they just started shaking their hips, wave back and forth, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, you gotta love that heartbeat of the universe. She's saying a lot of words for there only being 6 that are getting translated. What is this? Something's getting lowered there. Oh, okay, okay. I like this. That's neat. That is no notes. That's that's cool. It's just like watching the stars just go whizzing across the universe. The light of it all just sort of going across you. This is beautiful. Kind of prefer the crash that they do with the Met over this one because is she doing multiples? Oh yeah, she's doing multiples. I was gonna say I prefer the one at the Met because it comes at that point where she hasn't quite gotten back to the. And when they go back to it after she throws her glass and it crashes, it's like, "Oh God, what have I done? Oh God, what have I done? No!" Was hoping for when they did the when they had the gold accented the first time Alfredo came in there, that it would have been sort of like this battle between the gold the gold accent of him coming in there and the sort of silver of her setting for the longest time. Oh well. Yeah, I'm sure you're in love and all, but what is going on with the decorations back there? Whoa. Did we fall asleep in the Sistine Chapel? Man, whoever designed that, kudos to them. That looks awesome. Didn't stay on there. So what's with the drooping flower there? It's like his flower had his bangs of its own. Okay, painting on the walls looks really cool. What's with the painting on the door, though? Seems a little excessive there. Why would Your Honor demand revenge? Just need to pay off the debt you guys owe. That's all you got to do. That's not a revenge thing. Just go get the money. That was a bad cut. That was a bad cut. That's also a bad cut. Can we please all show up to dress rehearsal next time so that we're not doing these bad cuts when it's live? businessman. Are you sure about that, Matt? What? Camera! Oh. Wow. Heard of falling asleep on the job, but my God. Yes, he is the author of Count of Monte Cristo. I'm trying to think. Did he also do Three Musketeers? Let me double check that one. I don't think that was him though. No, that was him. It was with collaboration with someone else, but it was him. I'll just use my Musketeer money and help you out. I mean, my God. Oh, for a second there, with how bad these cuts have been, I was half expecting her to just walk off right there. That eyeliner that he's got underneath there, it doesn't look right on him. He's supposed to be someone's dad. He shouldn't look like he has eyeliner on him. Okay, guys, if you're gonna have this much trouble tracking your performers, what the f is this? If you're gonna have this much trouble tracking the performers, just do wide shots. You don't need to do close-ups, especially if you're not gonna do post-production on this. Who knows? They might do post-production on this, but I don't think they are. Why do you feel the need to get a drink? Also, why does he look like a college student trying to play someone's dad? You know, it's not even the fault of the camera guy. The camera guy is probably being told to do all these different close-up shots, and it's probably like some switcher in the back that's telling him to do this, and it's like, no, don't do this. Have some instincts. I think I took the blame off of them and then just put it right back on them. Sir, I don't think you've earned that reaction. Like, maybe you're trying to be thoughtful father, but you've more or less come off as cold bastard the entire time. You know, I don't know if I should find it refreshing that they're not getting like that idiot going bravo when they do the applause, or if I should be concerned. I'd love to say that she's saying that her facial expression is going, no, you dumbass, I'm dying, but you know, idiot cameras, idiot camera switcher, idiot video producer in the back. Doesn't know what he wants. Well, goodbye picture, wherever that went. Just kind of fell out of there. Actually, now that I think about it, there was a massive edit of stuff from Act 1 to 2, which would mean there was some post done, minor though. And this is what we got. This is the coldest I have ever seen this scene. Like, she wants to try to pour her heart out, but he's just like, I'm annoyed. Like, if you want to watch a good version of this scene, what is it? Renee Fleming and Thomas Hampson, Quinn Kelsey and Deanna Damro. Do I still have that one for the Royal Opera House back there? Oh no, I switched out for Norma. Hey, babe. Guess who's home? Babe? Babe, should I be looking at the note? What does it say? Dear John? Who's John? Kid, I hate to tell you this, but your dad was heavily annoyed by her. Not for her fault either. Yeah, thank you. Can we please get a shot that's not the back of Alfredo here. What does it say? What does it say? Dear John, oh no! It's the letter she was writing, and it's for me! Here, let me take off this Wizard of Oz jacket that I have on. Go back to the cold, uncaring father you've always known. With eyeliner, for some reason. I know, it's a stage thing. Shouldn't be having it. Doesn't look right for him. Is that really the thing to do when your son receives a breakup note from the girl he's been living with for 3 months?
Many tic-tacs later.
Okay, now's the time to go to this shot. It's like, you son of me. I just laid my heart out for you and you do nothing? The video director understands there are shots, but isn't quite sure how to use them. I think that's a Roger Ebert quote, if I remember correctly. And I believe it was for Battlefield Earth. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's a hell of a party right there. Wow. Flora, you hold the greatest two-person parties ever. Can I get a look at what they're wearing, please? What is this? What's with the Dutch angles? Oh, he's the Viscount. Okay. And who is the big guy? Is he the doctor? Oh, he's the Marquis. Never mind. Again, what's with the neck stuff? Even Shakespeare would say that's too much. Okay, you don't have to do the Dutch angle without doing that. Don't have to hit us with both the Dutch angle and the camera jerk. So is Alfredo's friend supposed to be the Matador? Spending a long time on that shot, guys. Do they not recognize Alfredo? Like, I know that didn't happen. I know that also happened in the clock version, but yeah, I have thoughts on that one as well. The clock version was like supposed to look inside the mind of Violetta during that part, so that part you can at least forgive it. This is just doy. This makes no sense because it's not supposed to be some sort of abstract thing. It's supposed to be, it looks like it's supposed to be in modern-ish times. say modernish times. We had Polaroids earlier. Kind of wish they gave the Baron like a red tie or something to have him stand out among everyone. So there's a lot of black, and he just looks like random bald guy here. I'm sure it makes sense in the score, but it feels like there's a lot of tempo whiplash going between Violetta and everything else that's going around them. Man, why are you looking? Didn't you hear dinner was served? What the hell? Hey, you called us? We're busy getting plastered in the back. Come on, man. Get Conehead with us. Okay, at least it wasn't as bad as like when, again, they did the clock one and they were just stuffing dollars up the dress. Like, that was rough to watch. Guy dancing around with the scarf. Stop. Time and place. Well, nice to see that the chorus has decided to stumble home during this heartbreaking song. What even is that? Who? I don't know who I should be more mad at. The director for deciding this, or whoever gave the okay for this. Can we stop boogieing? Guys, we're almost at the end of the act. You can boogie later. Fire the director.
A few minutes later.
Again with that angle. Again with that angle. Did we learn nothing? Apparently, we learned nothing. Okay, this is making me more upset than the version they did in Madrid. But with that, the biggest problem with that one was the fact that they were still trying to. Well, let me rephrase this. The biggest problem with that one was necessity. They were trying to do the COVID protocols for it, which I applaud them for. But because of that, everyone was so spaced out that it ruined the timing of everything. Like, that was the thing that really got it. This is just bad artistic decision after bad artistic decision, and not even just one person necessarily. It's like all across the board. It's not even the fault of our main characters. They're trying their damnedest to get it right. That's a hell of a visual. Giant version of her treasure box from earlier, essentially becoming her tomb? Palantir? Am I using that word correct? Yeah, I did not use that word correct. Oh, so he was the doctor. Okay. Forgive me, madam. I've never been with a dying woman. A beer, Bier. That I believe was what I was looking for. I don't know why I said Palantir. That was the crystal ball things they use in Lord of the Rings to communicate with one another. I don't know if that's edited or if they're just the politest crowd ever. And there she goes. And mercifully, this production is done trying to kill this opera. Oh boy. Okay, so had a couple days to sit on it. Initially had a ending to that to try to wrap up as much as I could, and didn't necessarily come out as best as I was hoping for. So here's a second chance at that. The big thing that I had a problem with at the end of the second act is just the fact that it felt clumsy. They were more interested in trying to have atmosphere in the scene rather than tell the story that was going on. And really, I think that kind of irked me because you have all this tension building and building and building, and you're trying to get payoff to the tension. But when you have people just drunkenly dancing behind you or stumbling and falling on the ground, you lose that tension. And not in a good way. It breaks it just breaks the tension like just like you drop a pane of glass and it just shatters on the ground. That's what it is. And I think that's the thing that really irked me there because that's really the last point. The chorus really gets to make an impact on you. And that's the last point, really, that the music hits this tremendous high note. Like, there's still great music that comes after it, but Act Three is really just this slow march to Violetta's death that it's very. I don't know what the word is. It's kind of blanking on the word for it, but hopefully I said it better this time around than last time. Uh, there were a lot of good things to it. Like I did, in fact, like the scene, the settings all around. Like it's not supposed to be exactly what it is. It's supposed to be more of a um the idea of what these locations are supposed to be. Like the first act is supposed to be I think it's supposed to be Violetta's place. It's played out as a nightclub, sort of as a symbol of her as and the idea of her uh, partying lifestyle up to that point. The next is supposed to be Violetta's cottage, like or like smaller place out in the country outside of Paris, and it's got all these fancy cherub paintings on there, and it's not probably not supposed to be exactly what her room would look like, but more of this idea of her life now as a more innocent woman with Alfredo. And then after that, you have the more casino setting, and it's supposed to be Flora's place, but this idea of it being this high stakes area with Violetta having to breaking up, lie to Alfredo to break up with him, and Alfredo sort of taking these gambles over and over again, and eventually winning all this money from everyone, including the Baron, who tries to again play a game of his own to try to get back at him, loses. again, with the story, it generally ends with a duel between the Baron and Alfredo. Obviously, you don't see it. You hear about it later in Act 3, but that's generally how the story is supposed to go. And then Act generally supposed to be at Violetta's place, but in this one, it's more the idea of it being her deathbed or a funeral pyre. Pyre? No, uh, her her funeral and her body is laid across the altar. So I dig that. What I didn't dig though was the direction people were given, and I think that was the big thing. Like the last chorus part at the end of Act 1, you had all these people just doing this odd little box dance, I guess. It was odd. I didn't think much of it. Didn't really add or lessen to anything that was going on there. Act 2, you know my thoughts. Okay, some stuff on the casting. I guess I'll just keep it to the main three we had. Violetta, also, since it looks like we got some Asian and Balkans names here, just want to apologize beforehand. Violetta, Seung Hee Ko, Alfredo Sung Min Song. I think they worked well together. Sung Min Song, I think he did fine with Alfredo. I'd like to see him something better directed, just to see if he can see what else he can do. Seung Hee Ko, she did a good job as Violetta. Again, would like to see her in something better directed. Guermont, Nikola Diskic. Again, apologies if I got your name wrong. Musically, he was fine. Acting wise, though, ooh boy. Like I don't know what direction he was given, whether it was just play the father as someone who just had kids so that he could have a picture on his desk and not because he actually wanted to have kids. Like if that's the case, cool. You did well. Didn't really work for me as some for Guermont always felt like a character who really did want to really did care about his kids and really did want the best for them, even if maybe he didn't go about it the best way. He always felt like a dad who cared. This one, though, reminds me of an episode of MASH where Hawkeye's dad is he's in the hospital and Hawkeye's just trying to get to him and he's having trouble getting to him, and Winchester is helping him with it. Major Winchester is helping him out and talking with him about it, and it gets to a point where Winchester just starts comparing how their fathers treated them, and he's like, it sounds like your father, it sounds like your dad really wanted to help you out, whereas my dad, we had this very rigid thing and we weren't allowed to really talk unless it was at the dinner table and it was only between such and such a time. And the thing that really stuck out is this line, you see, the difference between us is I had a father while you had a dad. This Guermont is a father, not a dad, if that makes sense. You know, just thinking more and more about more of the character, I was like wondering if maybe even perhaps there was even a daughter in the first place, and perhaps wondering if there are like productions out there where it'd be like Guermont lies about having a daughter and at the end has to apologize. It's like, no, my son deserves happiness. I'm sorry for lying to you about this. And then he looks and it's like, oh crap, it's too late. I don't know. I might hate that one too, because again, Guermont, at least Guermont is still supposed to be, even though he plays dirty with Violetta, he's still supposed to be a man of some honor and some respect. So I guess something like that might not actually work well with with the character. I don't know, something to think about. Anyways, uh, that's it. Probably a few more that I want to look at. Actually, there's always going to be a few that I'm going to want to look at. The ones I'm looking at initially, I think I saw one for Salome. Probably going to do that one next. Also saw Carmen there. Want to try to check that one out before it goes away. Um, yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are about this particular production and things that I brought up. And I will catch you at the next video. Take care.